Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two grinded-out squads will be on the field for today's matchup. Both teams come in ranked in the top 10 in rushing yards. It's the Broncos going up against the Cheifs. With that, we're up to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, where we welcome in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Tyreek Hill on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Smith on first down. Complete to open things up. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
So 2nd and 10 here. A shotgun snap for Smith. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Hey, move 45. Move 45. Under.
On first down, it's Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Brandon Marshall, no, not the wide receiver, a quality linebacker who can cover very well.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Smith. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to the air, Smith on second down. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Red zone opportunity. First and goal here from the 9. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Second and goal from the 7th. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Corey Grant, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
That play never got off the ground because of the defensive front. They owned the offensive line, which allowed the linebackers to see their openings and run straight to the ball. That's why that play just never had a chance.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. The play clock's running down. They look to throw on 3rd with Dalton. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They give it to Anderson. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. The offense on your screen now, and our first look at C.J. Anderson.
And what a look it's going to be. Making a name for himself rapidly, running the football.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Dalton sets up play action. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play action pass and completing it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Jason McCourty's twin brother, Devin, has gone to multiple Super Bowls. But Jason's carving out a nice niche himself as a cover corner.
Second down following the run. Halfback sent in motion. Second down, Dalton. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Zebra. Zebra. Man, 380. 380. Zebra. Zebra.
In motion right is a running back. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And caught by Sanders. Touchdown, Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And Conley's got it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Set. Move 45. Move 45.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
3, 3, 3, 3. Over. Force. Over.
Play clock down to 0, and that's going to be a delay. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. A shotgun snap for Smith. He rifles one that's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Sanders has it over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Set. Wide 20.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Time running out here on the play clock. Dalton now to pass. Going to throw right side here, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Caught here by Conley. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now Thomas will come in motion right. First down, it's Smith. Incomplete. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And on 2nd and 10 now. Now Smith. And his pass incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And that's incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Again, Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll be good for a Denver first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And now a first down following that long gain. They come up in an offset eye. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. We're back to Arrowhead after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Marshall. And an alley to run. The 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's caught outright by Graham. A gain of 6 there on first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And able to find Conley. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fresh set of downs here. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Second and 10, Smith again. And he comes back with 1 complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Smith finding time. And his throw here's incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To the air, Smith on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. In the slot on the right is Graham. Throwing again is Smith. He's got time in the pocket, and he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defense.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's the Chiefs punter now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. They'll run with Marshall. And he'll power his way up near the 25. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Carlos Hyde was the target. That'll bring up second down. Yards still left on second down.
Ready, 380.
They pitch it out to Anderson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And the back goes into motion. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Fielded just inside the 30. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Back to throw, Smith. It's Hill, complete. Give him 16 on the pickup, and the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Hey, move, 45. Move, under.
On first down, Smith. They complete it to Hill. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And this time, they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
Second and just 1.
Hey, move, 45. Move, 45. Force. Ready.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, it's Smith. That's caught. It's Thomas. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Corey Grant, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Play clock winding down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And to give this time to the tailback. A beautiful fake. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Dalton sets up play action. Surveying the field. Now he'll escape to his left. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
4 yards remaining now on second down. And he motions the wide receiver. They run. Anderson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
That's a nice play by the defense, but the offense can't let that one play define them. Let it go, move on, and start over again.
Third down and 5. The play clock's running down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And his first carry, he loses the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. On first and 10, Smith eluding the pressure right. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete. To the air, Smith on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, that one fell incomplete after being tipped in the air. But I have to tell you, I had a bad flashback of going to head to the stadium stairs in practice. Because what we were always taught, any ball like that, if it's not spiked towards the ground and you actually tip it up, then that's an error on your part, because now you've given hope to the offense, maybe help create a big play for them instead of going up and either intercepting it or knocking it down. I ran many a stadium step for my errors.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
So it's fourth down, and the Chiefs called on their kicker, Cairo Santos, for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Ten yards to go on 3rd. Dalton off play action. He's got time. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. A dump off to Anderson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Zero.
Time running out here on the play clock. From midfield here, Dalton. And it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Second down following the incompletion. Dalton, bootlegs out. Dancing to his left. And some room to roam now. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. But he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. Here's Anderson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
In the backfield is Anderson. Throwing, Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. And they'll run it here. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Smith, and able to find Conley. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. In motion right is Thomas.
Under.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Fresh set of downs here.
Set, ready, ready. Force, ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Set, move 45. Move 45. 3, 3, 3, 3.
Smith now to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
Ready, move 45. Move 45.
Smith. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Ready, ready, ready.
Now Smith. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be a couple. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a first down. When you want 3, get a little bit closer, making it easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And as the fourth quarter winds down here, we're all even.
And no one wants this game to extend. They want to go ahead and win it right now.
All right, here's Dalton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Dalton wants to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. You never want to give up a sack from the O-line's perspective. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Still 9 yards to go on third down. Halfback sent in motion. So now Dalton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Little motion now from the tight end. Now a run with Anderson. And a short gain here down to the 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Yards to go here on second down. They come out here in the I. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. And it'll be all smiles on Blake Street tonight. The Broncos have won it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Broncos, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.